Hi, my name is Andrew Kinney. I'm an attorney at Hoglund Law Offices. I practice exclusively in the area of Social Security Disability and Supplemental Security Income Law, or SSI law. Today I want to talk about mental health problems and how Social Security reviews them and whether you can be approved based on mental health problems. Many people have some form of mental health issues, sometimes due to chronic pain, sometimes due to a genetic predisposition, sometimes due to an event in their lives, but overall, for whatever the cause, Social Security looks to see that you're treating and getting help and perhaps medications for the problems. So an example would be depression, bipolar disorder, either one or two, anxiety disorder, panic disorder. You may have agoraphobia as an element of that. Social Security also looks to see if there's an element of chemical dependency in any of those. I'll talk about that a little bit from now. The big idea here to keep in mind is that Social Security looks at the mental health problems the same way as they look at physical problems. It's just there is less objective evidence as there is for, let's say, a low back problem. A low back problem, you can get an MRI and you can see that there's a herniated disc. Just because you can't measure it with an imaging study doesn't mean that depression isn't just as disabling. The question is, how are you disabled with it? Some people work with depression or bipolar or anxiety disorder. Some people can't work. The question is severity. So keep in mind that it's best to try to get better the best you can. Use your primary care doctor to get perhaps a psychiatrist. Use a psychologist to be able to get better. Take medications, but work with your doctors about side effects. You make sure that if you do have side effects, that you talk to your doctors about perhaps switching medications. I'm a lawyer here, and I see some people stopping medications without talking to their doctors. So what's important for Social Security to know is you're doing your best to get better, okay? So with that in mind, Social Security reviews mental health issues, and I would include someone with low IQ in this. If you have mental health issues that affect your ability to work full-time, consider applying for Social Security benefits, especially if you have a good work history. The reason is this: at some juncture, mental health problems are disabling, and what is the drawing line between when you're disabled and when you're not? It isn't always so clear. Even if you're denied at the first level and even the second level, those state agency denials are, in my opinion, quite poor. Make sure that if you know you can't work and you have legitimate diagnosed impairments and you're doing your best to care for them and taking your medications or having other people help you get your medications, make sure to get to a Social Security hearing. If an attorney can help you, similar to what we do, more the better, because if you don't feel very well, you may not be inclined to advocate on your own behalf. So keep these things in mind, and I'm glad that I could offer this video. Hopefully it impresses on you that if you're denied or don't think that you could get approved for Social Security based on mental health problems, that is entirely inaccurate. It is a question of degree, and the only way Social Security knows how bad they are is if you treat for them. And I mentioned chemical dependency. Some people we see, particularly in my experience, anxiety disorders and bipolar, I see chemical dependency issues arise. Now, with that in mind, Social Security will discount how bad your mental illness is if they think the chemical dependency is exacerbating the mental illness. Another element that I've learned as an attorney is that the psychologists, experts at hearings, will testify that your mental illness is worse because, let's say, alcohol or drugs is reducing the effectiveness of your medication. So if you catch what I'm saying, it definitely is healthier to talk to a doctor about any dependency. But what in particular you need to do is know that Social Security will look at chemical dependency as perhaps a factor very negatively in your claim, and it can, in the case of mental illness, cause Social Security to deny you. So by all means, get the help that you need. I wrote a blog on just chemical dependency at hoglundlaw.com in the Social Security area to talk about these issues in more detail. If you have questions about medical conditions in general, feel free to go to hoglundlaw.com. We've done our best to explain impairments, explain what you need to do. If you would like our help, we don't charge unless you're approved. We help people apply, we help people appeal. Keep in mind that we want to help, but certainly you need to shop and know that you're getting people you can trust that know what they're doing. So feel free to call us if you wish at 1-800-850-7867. Thank you.